I downloaded Gundam Evolution on a whim. I saw it had a Game Pass Ultimate perk, and I said, why not download it? And I had a fun yet frustrating time in the 50 hours I played of it. If you don't know, Gundam Evolution is a free-to-play 6v6 FPS that only has a couple maps and a few modes. Many people have called it Gundam Overwatch, and I do see it on paper, and some of the modes are similar, but it's not really a team game like that. With Overwatch, there are heroes with specific roles, and each character has a certain counter to one another. In Gundam, I found that the team composition with roles doesn't really matter, but it's the amount of DPS your team can output. There are 17 Gundams at the time of this video. 5 of those are locked, which cost $10, which is way too expensive, and then 2 of them are borderline pay to win, or at least pay to have an advantage. Those being Unicorn Gundam and New Gundam, but more on that later. You'll be playing modes where you play Domination, it's pretty much like King of the Hill. Demolition, where you try to plant a bomb at 2 locations 2 times to win the round. Or be on defense. And Point Capture, where one team tries to capture an area while the other team defends it. Each game has 2 rounds. If they want to keep this game to continue and live on for a while, they do need some more maps and some more game modes. I know there's only so many game types you can make in a 6v6 game, but they should probably just copy the one from Overwatch and have nobody on their team push the payload. I think the best one is Demolition or Point Capture. I was really enjoying my time with this game in the first handful of hours playing this, learning the different Gundams, learning the layouts of the map. Keep in mind, in my 50th hours of playing, I was all solo queuing, casual, and in ranked. They give you some beginner challenges to unlock a few things that give you some in-game credits to unlock at least one of the paid characters. But once those challenges are finished, there's no more, just dailies and weeklies for the Battle Pass. I was under the impression that after the beginner challenges were done, there would be more challenges for us to do to give us more progress to work towards. And this has one of the worst experience systems in the game I have seen in a while. Only 800 for winning a game. You get 100 XP if you're the MVP, 600 bonus XP for a daily win, and a whole whopping 400 XP per loss. And all of that for your playing rank, that gets you absolutely nothing. Level 20 you unlocked ranked, or if you buy the battle pass you unlock ranked. And at level 50 you're just getting the achievement of trophy, not even a player icon, gun skin, or any type of skin. That's where part of the frustration came in, at least for me, because I wanted to get to level 50 quickly, which means you have to win a lot. And to be fair, each level costs like a couple thousand each time. Like towards the end I needed like 4,000 XP to level up sometimes, and that's 10 matches, 10 losses gets you a level. They really need us to give us the tickets for every couple levels so we can get some supply drops, or just give us like a skin, gun charm, or something like that. Losing shouldn't feel this bad. In other games, you still make some progress to get something. Like in Call of Duty, if you lose a Warzone match, you still get the XP, you still get the challenges done for the weapon camos and stuff, and or skins for certain characters. Here, you get nothing, not even a gun skin, progress, or a stupid gun charm. There's also cases of people leaving before the match starts and ending in no contest, which gives out nothing and ends up being a waste of time. That especially hurts in ranked, because you're trying to get the gold rank or higher, and it's just no contest, and you get nothing for it. They should change that to give you out at least 100 XP for the time wasted. There's also where players leave in the middle of the match, which pretty much causes an automatic loss. So for at least in casual, they should add in backfill, and that person that comes in should get some bonus XP. If a player drops, they do have an option to rejoin. Sometimes the game will end if the team drops below the threshold, like if you have 3 on your team and 6 on the other team, but it happens way too late. It should be instant if it hits that, maybe like 30 seconds if nobody else joins, if they don't rejoin. The cosmetics in Gundam Evolution is straight up bad. There's unit skins, gun skins, gun charms, sprays, emotes, MVP and intro animations, player profile pictures, cards, like in Apex, but it's just like pictures of Gundams or pilots. One of the worst parts of it is some of the Gundams don't even have emotes or animations, and they barely have any good skins, and they should completely scrap the weapon charms because those are worthless in a game like this. It's not like Siege where you can actually really see your gun and it's worth it in there to show off, but here it doesn't feel like that. It's that type of game. It kind of sucks that not every Gundam is treated equally, and it's just not with the cosmetics. I'm gonna open up some few supply drops and see what we get. So unfortunately, I had like 5 tickets, and I was opening them up, and I didn't hit record. So I'm gonna use some old footage, and we got one open to open right now. Hopefully we get something good. I had like 5 tickets. So we get a weapon skin and 2 things I already had. That gives me low number of credits. So you can buy some other stuff too. You can buy like item sets, but that's still a lot of money. Because what, this is almost like $10 right there. So yeah. Now I'm not the greatest player. I have won a little over 50% of 177 matches I've played. With 50 hours played, I did notice some people's game sense were totally whack. Like not pushing as a team, not pushing at all. When you go out of your way to distract the team, like to help lure enemies away from a choke point, or to just start up the objective so the enemy has to scramble. Not every game is like this, because sometimes your team just knows what to do and you can just steamroll the enemy squad. That's another point of frustration with other players, but that's to be expected with any team-based multiplayer game. I wanted to give out some tips and what I think the best Gundams are that I personally use in casual play. I would recommend getting used to 3 or 4 units just in case the one you main is taken or it isn't a good fit for the situation of the match. Switching can sometimes swing the momentum in your team's favor. Pale Rider is the super basic unit that's good for beginners, for the good DPS output and the repair pod that you can repair yourself behind some cover. The grenades are a bit worthless though. Gundam is the classic unit you've probably seen before, with the awesome beam rifle and the hyper hammer for a stun attack and a shield to block some damage. Always good to have on the team. The ultimate is a super napalm grenade that's good for clearing out objectives or a choke point, only if the enemy isn't paying attention, because it can be destroyed. I've noticed that more I've played, more people are getting that, so it's kind of worthless if it just doesn't explode. Zaku 2 ranged quickly became one of my favorite units. It's fast, super good damage at close range. You get a smoke grenade that gives you a few seconds of invulnerability. Great for causing chaos, directing enemies away towards objectives. Or just go ahead and armor bomb quickly so your team can push while the enemy team is scrambling to get back to the objective. The low health at 800 is a bit frustrating sometimes, but I'll show a few clips for some examples of what he can cause some chaos and decimate the enemy squad.
our position. That's my achievement. Enemy unit destroyed.
Objective contested.
Enemy unit eliminated. Activating my G maneuver. Enemy unit destroyed.
I'm probably going to say this unit's name wrong, but Ashamar is low-key good, great DPS, fast, can fly for a few seconds, can also float afterwards to get some good shots down from above. The napalm grenade is great for area of denial, but it has a weak alt fire for the beam rifle, and the ultimate is a punch, which is good if your enemy is bunched up and you can get the drop on them. Now these next three are going to be the ones that are the most annoying I found. I didn't play them. I've only played with one of them, but and I'm not good with them. Gundam Barbatos, Unicorn, and New. All the ones you want to watch out for. These units make the game feel unbalanced sometimes. Barbatos with the 2-shot melee attack, Unicorn with the beam minigun and the healing passive, which by the way is the only passive in the game. Can also grant armor to the team. New Gundam is super annoying with the obnoxious fin funnels, and the more they mark you, the more fin funnels they get. And it feels like they can follow you through the wall sometimes, like you're trying to get away, but it still hits you. If you have both New and Unicorn on your team, you will most likely win. Marasai is one of the low-key fun ones to play. The rifle is long range, it only has 8 bullets, but the grapple hook to bring enemies to you, sort of like Roadhog, and then stab them and shot for a 3-hit combo is so satisfying. Methus and Gun Tank I also touched, but those are mostly good for certain situations on the defense rounds. If your map has a good checkpoint, or if you really need to stick it to him, because Methus can heal everybody with a repair cable, and has a turret that some people for some reason don't want to destroy, but the more you play, people will destroy it right away. The achievements are very sparse with only 12, and the hardest one is getting gold rank. You unlock ranked at level 20 or buying the battle pass. If you win 3 out of the 5 placement matches, you'll get into gold ranked with ease. If not, good luck getting lucky with some good teammates. Gundam Evolution can become a very fun game if they give it a good balance patch, giving some more Gundams more abilities or more health, giving out units more abilities, more health, more dashes, something that makes each Gundam feel like it's worth playing, because some of these feels like worthless. Like the sniper, like sure you can get headshots on them and like one shot people, but I feel like that's a wasted unit because we're not doing as much damage, and they can't really rush in and help because they only got a sniper. They do have like a machine gun on his shoulder, but it's super annoying to have. You'll see somebody pick that on your team and it's super annoying. To have better player progression and give something to work towards, because now once you've completed those beginner challenges, it's just the battle pass, and if we look in the battle pass, there's nothing really worth it in there. I did buy it, to be fair, just because I had some good times with this. I wanted to give the devs some money, but with bad cosmetics, nothing to work towards, it's not very convincing to keep playing.